Hello everyone. As in last lecture we had a discussion on development of equation of motion for n degree of freedom systems. In this lecture particularly we will develop the equation of motion for 3 degrees of freedom system. For this we consider a 3 degree of freedom spring mass system. So here this is the mass m1, this is mass m2, this is mass m3, and these masses are connected by spring k1, k2, k3, and these are coordinates x1, x2, x3 to represent their motion. This is external force F1 T, this is F2, and this is F3. So first of all, as we all know that to develop the equation of motion, first of all we have to draw the free body diagram for all the masses. So for this we consider these all 3 masses m1, m2, m3. So to draw the free body diagram, first of all we have to identify all the forces which are acting on this mass m1, then mass m2, and all the external force acting on mass m3. So for this if we consider this x1 in positive direction, so for positive x1, spring 1 in tension. So we can say if we give this displacement x1 to mass m1, then this spring would be in tension. If this spring is in tension, then this will exert a force k1 x1 in leftward direction on mass m1. So this is the force exerted by k1 spring. So this is k1 x1. And second, if we consider the relative moment between m2 and m1 as positive, so we can say for positive x2 minus x1, if relative moment x2 minus x1 is positive, spring k2 is in tension. So you can say spring k2 in tension. So if the spring k2 is in tension, then this will exert a force k2 x2 minus x1 in rightward direction on mass m1 and in leftward direction on mass m2. So we'll represent this force k2 x2 minus x1, and on mass m2 this force would be in this direction. Similarly, if we consider relative moment x3 minus x2 in between mass m3 and m2 as positive, then we can say for positive x3 minus x2, spring 3 is in tension. So if the spring 3 in tension, then this spring will exert a force k3 x3 minus x2 in rightward direction on this mass and a force in leftward direction on mass m3. So this is the force exerted by k3 spring, k3 x3 minus x2, and on mass m3 this force would be in this direction. Now we'll identify the direction of inertia force. So if this is the direction of x1, then this would be the direction of x1 double dot. Similarly, this is the direction of x2, then this is the direction of x2 double dot, and this is the direction of x3 and x3 double dot. So as we know that the inertia force is always acting in the opposite direction to direction of acceleration. So if this is the direction of x1 double dot, then the inertia force on mass m1 would be opposite to the x1 double dot direction. So this is the direction of inertia force m1 x1 double dot. Similarly, a inertia force m2 x2 double dot will act on the mass m2 in this direction. So this is m2 x2 double dot, and inertia force on mass m3 would act in this direction m3 x3 double dot, because the x3 is acting in this direction. So m3 x3 is in this direction, just opposite to the direction of x3 double dot. Now we identified all the forces acting on all three masses. So now to develop the governing equation, we'll apply the Newton's second law, or we can say force equilibrium approach. So first of all, we'll apply the force equilibrium approach on mass m1. So for mass m1, there are m1 x1 double dot force in this direction, and one force k1 x1 in the same direction, and another force k2 x2 minus x1 in rightward direction, which is in direction of f1t. So we'll apply the force equilibrium. So this would be m1 x1 double dot plus k1 x1 minus k2 x2 minus x1. This is equal to f1t. Or we'll rearrange the components and take the common. So this is m1 x1 double dot. So k1 x1, or from here this is k2 x1. So this becomes k1 plus k2 multiplied by x1 and minus k2 x2 is equal to f1t. So this is the equation for first mass. Similarly, we'll apply the force equilibrium approach or Newton's second law on mass m2. So for mass m2, this is m2 x2 double dot in this direction, and in the same direction this is k2 x2 minus x1. So k2 x2 minus x1, and another force k3 x3 minus x2. So this is minus k3 x3 minus x2. This is equal to f2t. This is equal to f2t. So on rearrangement of this equation, we'll have m2 x2 double dot, and from here this is k2 x2, and from here this is k3 x2. So we'll take x2 as a common. So this becomes k2 plus k3 x2, and this is minus k2 x1, and this is minus k3 x3 is equal to f2t. So this is the equation of motion for second mass. Similarly, if we apply the force equilibrium on mass m3, so for this, for mass m3, so there is m3 x3 double dot in this direction, one force which is k3 x3 minus x2 in leftward direction, and one for external force which is f3t in rightward direction. So we'll apply the force equilibrium. So we can write m3 x3 double dot plus this force plus k3 x3 minus x2. This is equal to f3t. So on rearrangement, we'll have m3 x3 double dot plus k3 x3 minus k3 x2 is equal to f3t. This is the equation of motion for third mass. Now we'll put all three equations 1, 2 and 3 in matrix form. So for this, from equation 1, 2, 3, we will have m1 x1 double dot 0 0. From here this is m2 x2 double dot, so 0 m2, and this is m3 x3 double dot, so 0 0 m3, and this is acceleration vector x1 double dot x2 double dot x3 double dot. Now this is stiffness matrix. So from here k1 plus k2 multiplied by x1, so this is k1 plus k2, and minus k2 x2, so this is minus k2, and x3 component element is 0, so this is 0. From this equation, this is minus k2 multiplied by x1, so this is minus k2, and k2 plus k3 multiplied by x2. So this is k2 plus k3, and this is minus k3 multiplied by x3. So this is minus k3. And similarly from third equation, this is x1 multiplier is 0. So this is 0, and minus k3 x2. So this is minus k3, and k3 x3. So this is k3. And this is displacement vector x1, x2, x3 is equal to force vector F1t, F2t, and this is F3t. So this is our governing equation for this particular 3 degree of freedom spring mass system. So as in last lecture we developed a generalized equation for n degree of freedom system. That system was this is mass mn. So in particular, to get this system, we can put mn equals to 3 and kn plus 1 component, kn plus 1 is 0. So in that generalized mass matrix, that was something like this. If we put kn plus 1 is equal to 0 and kn equals to 3, then we'll have the same equation. This equation we can get from that generalized equation. So this is how we can develop the governing equation for 3 degree of freedom system. So steps, first of all, we have to draw the free body diagram by identifying all the forces acting on all the masses. Then we apply the Newton's second law, or you can say force equilibrium approach on all the masses, and we'll get the governing equation for individual masses. Then we can put those governing equation in mass matrix form or stiffness matrix, and displacement vector, and this is acceleration vector, is equal to, if we are talking about the free vibration, then this force vector is 0, otherwise there would be a force term. Thank you.